I think we're going to get through all these. We've got 4 left here. A question from a Helena Township resident. The county is considering raising the 2010 budget by 1.5 million. On the other hand, it is budgeted 1.7 million extra for salaries and retirement obligations. This amounts to 1,888 per employee. Would you consider reducing county salaries instead of reducing our income through tax increases? Instead of reducing the residents' income through tax increases?
You know, to some extent, that's already been done. Like I said earlier, when we started, the unions already took a hit. All those things should be on the table. Everything's on the table. And I'll just say it, if the commissioner's salaries, that should be on the table too. Per diems should be on the table too. Everything.
The salaries inside of the courthouse, how it's one of the best things we came up years back very quickly is pay for performance. You know, at least, you know, the person's supervisor has to take a serious look at what this person has been doing. Are they performing? And if they're not, you're not getting the increase like you did before. So that part of it in Scott County is working. But the salaries are, with this budget, a real hot button issue. There's no question about it. Thank you.
Like everything else, there has to be a balance. If, as I understand, the employees through the unions took a reduction last year, it's only fair for them to ask for some of that money back so they can stay current. But at the same time, is it fair to keep raising the tax level of the residents to pay for the county's mistakes and not standing up to unfunded mandates and not budgeting properly? Until we get that under control, we're going to be constantly on the seesaw. And I don't want to ride it all.
Question from a Jordan resident. How do you feel about Scott County's plan to route gravel trucks from the proposed mine in Sanford Township through Jordan on Valley View Drive?
This, in my area, has become a real a thorny issue, to say the least. Gravel is it's a vital resource. However, we've got to respect the rights, obviously, of the people that have been living there long before they ever decided to open a gravel pit there. And my proposal has been, right from the get-go, is to head the trucks north out of the pit, connect Jordan Avenue to 173rd, and send the trucks out down towards Bluff Drive. It's an at-grade intersection with 169. It'd be safer. I think it could be done. Thank you.
I believe that every controversial project needs to be looked at from the perspective of what if it was happening in your backyard? How would you feel? And I don't think there's anybody who would want that rumbling by their house. So with that in mind, you have to stand up to County Highway Department and say, we got to figure out a way to keep these trucks out of Jordan.
Well, we all concur. I live on a busy road. I don't complain to the city about the noise. I moved in; it was already busy and loud. Some of these residents are 15 feet from the curb line, where trucks will be running up to 24 hours a day, every 6 minutes. No.
Your feelings on a county-run casino proposal, if there should be one.
So we can just make things up and then pretend. I hadn't heard of a county-run casino proposal. We already have one run by the I can't even never say. Thank you, the Mid-Wacaton Sioux, that's doing quite well. I can't imagine that the problem we've had at the state level getting a Racino in, that it would be worth county resources to try and shove that through as well. So I see no reason to get behind that.
You know, I'll spin off of that and talk about the Racino for a little bit, and then Vegas. The Racino, and like Jerry said, yeah, this is out of this. I guess that's why you have this, right? This is out of the blue. I consider looking into it, absolutely. The Racino would make the area more of a destination. Look at Las Vegas. How many casinos are there? You don't go to Vegas to go to one casino. Come down to Scott County and go to 2 or 3.
Yeah, in my opinion, they came, the representatives from Canterbury came in front of the county board a few years back, and we gave them, I believe, our endorsement on a Racino project. I remember Commissioner Bannerman brought up the point, and we all concurred with it, that there were members of the Milwaukee and Sioux community that were there when we gave it the endorsement, and right away it was, my God, you're expanding gaming in Scott County by endorsing Racino. Yet the Milwaukee and Sioux can keep expanding and expanding out there, and nobody says anything, but God forbid if any of us do it. So thank you.
Yes, it just because we already have that doesn't mean that we should continue. I actually, as I think more about this, I would not be in favor of expanding gambling at all. I've seen what it can do to families to decimate their incomes. In turn, we have a problem in the Shakopee school system right now based alone on that gambling. I cannot possibly get behind expanding gambling in this county.
Gambling is here, Mr. Kucera. I mean, it's here. You can go to. I mean, come on. You go to any church raffle. They're selling the pull tabs there. Any bar, everything. It's here.
Not any church raffle.
But anyway, the fact of the matter is that it's here, and to say that they're not going to gamble, that's like prohibition saying let's ban alcohol and everybody will stop drinking. It doesn't work.
You didn't hear me say ban. I said expand.
Ban, expand. That's deciphering words. It's all the same.
Words mean things, Joe.
No, not the way you're deciphering.
All right, let's have our last question.
The last question, this is going to be a really short answer. Save the long remarks now for your final statement, okay? You'll have 2 minutes after this to wrap things up. Do you have time for this job? Mr. Thill.
Absolutely have time for this job. I've got the full blessing of my corporation that I work for, and I've got the vacation time I can take, to commit to it, and my wife's given me her blessing, so what else do I need?
Well, I must say, with my funeral business, people seem to be living forever. So I think I'll have plenty of time. Thank you.
I think I'm uniquely qualified to answer unequivocally yes. My schedule is very flexible. My office is 3 blocks from the courthouse. My family is behind it. I don't need to ask anybody for vacation. And I have a wonderfully qualified staff.
Great. Mr. Wagner, 2-minute concluding statement.
Actually, I started with, so I think it should be Mr. Thill.
I'm just going to stick with the same order. I'm just going to stick with the same order.
Again, my 2-minute conclusion. I don't know. I was born here. I lived here. I'm sure I'll die here. I love it here. Again, I have my business here. I live right in the heart of District 1. I love it here, and I think I've got the time. I think I've got the commitment for the job, and with that, all I can say is I'd appreciate all of your support for myself. Thank you.
In 1973, I applied for a job right here. It's 2010. I'm applying for another job, and that's as your county commissioner. So if you'll get behind me, if you'll help me assemble yet another stand, take a grand stand with me as a group, we can be together as a county. We can make a change. We can make a difference. The word change has gotten screwed up, but we can improve. So on August 10th, go to the primary and please vote for me. Thank you.
Well, I'll start by saying I am not the average Joe. I'm very involved already. I believe I'm very reliable. And, I'm very engaged already. We all have a passion for this county. I don't know that mine is rivaled, but I love it here. I love the committees I'm on. I love the involvement. It's in my DNA, thanks Mom and Dad. But it's just, I really, really, really enjoy the involvement. And I'll be there. I'll be a strong voice. I'll attend meetings. I'll fight the good fight. If the cause is right, I have no problem speaking up. Thank you.
On behalf of Southwest Newspapers, we're really glad that you could all be here to witness this debate, and if we could get a round of applause for the candidates and wish them luck. Make sure you show up on August 10th for the primary. Thank you very much.
Oh, great. Yeah.
Nice to meet you. Nice job, Shannon. It went together very well.
Good. Yeah, I was like, it's so hard, like nervous watching you guys.
Oh, no, nice job. Nice job.
Thank you for coming. And
Nice
thanks for helping
job.
with the table. So.
Hey Shannon, when you get done with my file, can you just let me know?
Oh my God. I never get it back to you, did I?
No!
It's still in my office.
Well, I'd still like to get it back.
All right. I will look for it. But you read that story. You read it, right?
Which story?
Oh, that was a long time ago. About what Lear Andrew did.
I didn't. All I knew is that they ran the one story that there was under investigation. That's it.
Oh, okay. Maybe that was the one story wrote. I can't remember. I can't remember if it did follow or not. I can't remember.
Well, I don't think anybody wanted to touch it because he was a sitting commissioner over in Sibley.
I don't. He has on his. Let me turn this off real quick, actually.